All right, everybody, what's happening today? So this is just gonna be a little bit of an update of what's going on with me. If I'm doing case stuff like that, and also a little bit of update on my RC collection, I guess if you guys would like to call it or something like that. I know y'all are tired of seeing RC reviews or you know RC reviews or updates whatsoever, but also just a lecture of my little RC collection. So this is one of my Savages that I'm actually working on right now. Yes, I'm working on so many Savage projects. Hashtag Team Savage. Shout out to All Aspects RC if you're watching this video, buddy. And also, there's this other guy I also want to mention. He's been commenting to other people's YouTube videos. He's also a really cool dude. I think. Forgive me if I can't pronounce your YouTube channel name, but I think it's Duke's RC Island or something like that. Make sure you guys go check him out too. He has some pretty decent content. And also shout out to the Bug 44 and Woogie Nitro and Texas Hill Country you guys are watching. Anyway, this is just gonna be a little bit update. And this RC collection that I have. And what happened to the front and rear bumpers? I'll show you. They're right here in this jar of pickles of .3 brake fluid. I'm actually seeing to see if it's actually going to knock out the paint. I just don't know what the previous owner was doing. Actually, that's why the Savage chassis is like painted red because he painted other RC parts, which I just can't understand why. Even though I was asking one of my friends who works at a hobby shop, I was like, Elliot, why? He was like, well, I don't know why I did that, but he would just want to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm trying out this .3. Yeah, I wrote that. Don't mind that. But I'm using this .3 brake fluid to see if it's gonna actually to knock off all the paint, because I heard it has worked as some applications, something like that. But I'm gonna see if it's going to work well with this nylon parts to see if it's gonna knock off all the paint from the parts. Okay. So I'm not sure if if I plan to keep this chassis red or maybe strip it down into its bare bones. I just know what's gonna happen. Pretty much, this truck is in decent shape. Actually, it's actually not that old. Maybe he's probably like 5 years old or something, if I can remember. It's still not that old actually. Apparently. Up, gotta fix some pins. Anyway, not to worry about. Let's go see what's happening to my other RCs. And besides the Savage being on the floor. Alright, so here's a little bit of, and also a little bit of an update of what's happened with my RC trucks. So here's a Savage XL, once again, still out of commission, waiting, going to invest in getting some FLM 3-speed, high 3-speed, high-speed third gear for my Savage. Because technically the whole transmission is destroyed after what the LRP did to it. Yep, the custom chassis is still waiting, so I'm gonna try to do everything all at once, all at once, since I'm going to also fix up the transmission and stuff like that. Here we have this other Savage, the one I built like last year. Now has an LRP 32. You guys can see it over there inside the body. Yeah. Oh yeah, this thing is a beast, but I think that the clutch shoes are worn out, which was barely doing any wheelies, and was showing up every time I put on brakes, or if it's or if it's still in the stationary or something like that. So gonna have to change out the clutch shoes into those low CM LST2 clutch shoes, because now that's what I run in all my Savages, and that clutch system actually seems to work the best for me so far. In the bottom, here we have the Nitro, the Nitro Sport, because it has a body, but this is my Nitro Rustler. I have these. The wheels are old, but these are some really. So this is some fresh rubber, some raw speed stadium truck tires, both front and rears. Actually, no, they're both the same. It's just I just ordered. Both of them are the same apparently. I couldn't find. Actually, no, it's the same. it's pretty hard to find actually, the front rib tires for stadium trucks. I just don't know why, but they seem to get probably maybe unpopular. So I guess that's why they ditched the front rib tires. Apparently I sent some rib tires to my friend the Bug 404. He should get them soon. Well, probably in the next 20 years or so, but we'll see what's gonna happen. So yeah, here's my Nitro Rustler with the raw speed tires. And the same treatment is going to get for the Nitro Sport also. It's going to get the same tires as my Nitro Rustler. And I'm also going to be getting those two J concept bodies for both of them. But it's going to be a little bit in the secret for the near future. So y'all have to stay tuned for that. Here we have a shitload of engines in the box. I plan... Actually, this SH28P3 came out from my Savage right there. It's a good running engine so far, but with those big, heavy J concept tires, it still has some grunt. You just really need to like whack the throttle, or maybe you need to be on a different surface so that has a little bit more bite. But yeah, this is my SH28P3. This engine is a monster. I like it. I actually plan to get a modified tune and maybe upgrade the crank to a LRP not 32, an LRP ZR28 crank, because actually the LRP crank is actually lighter than SH, even though both of them are made by the same company, SH. But I just want to see what's gonna happen when I throw a lighter crank, and probably sorry guys, an 8-port an 8-port sleeve, and of course a piston also, to see what's gonna happen. And also have a bunch of 25s, and of course the hot bodies 7.7 or 0.46. This is my HPI Savage 25. And yeah, but I also plan to do upgrades in the near future. Like throw all the J concept tires, big bore shocks, different body, maybe different engine. I'm probably just gonna leave the rest of this truck of stock pretty much. Besides the tires, everything else being swapped out. Can you guys tell me what pipe this is? Well, I can tell you for sure that this is an HPI Savage tuned pipe. This is a really badass pipe. I like it a lot. Good power whatsoever, because has a giant stinger whatsoever. Oh, speaking of exhaust, I'm also getting some Rick Rider pipes for both of my trucks right here, the Rustler and the Sport. So yeah, stay tuned for that, y'all. And here's more some shit kebabs in the bucket, along with some tires. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the Revo whatsoever. I'm probably gonna either convert it into Slayer, or maybe I'm probably gonna let it go on eBay. I just don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but we will see, and time will tell. Here's my LMT down there chilling. And yeah, so if I count together, so that's like 2 Savages in the tub, or 2 Savages, maybe 3 Savages in the tub if that one's fully built. The Revo, LMT, Savage, SCT10, Rustler, Sport, Savage. Oh, let's count. So that's like, I don't know. It's probably maybe like 15, whatever. I'm so bad at math. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's just a little bit of an update of what's happening. And of course, this pipe is gonna be thrown in the garbage. Stuff like that. I think those plastic pipes, I guess they're like okay. They're just a little bit something more like restrictive. So that's why I'm ditching it to a Rick Rider pipe whenever that comes. So yeah, that's just a little bit of collection update. What's been happening so far. I'll try to get some more road running footages, y'all, but that just depends. Now since my job is getting crazy, and I barely have time, barely have time, to play with my RCs, except my only days off are Sunday. So I would try maybe to go to a park and maybe just bring something along, to bash, something like that. And also, I'm actually gonna upload a video of this SAT-10 ripping up and down the street. It's gonna be pretty badass. So y'all stay tuned for that. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it of what I have. Oh, there's more engines in there in the box, but I just don't feel like opening it because I'm just very exhausted from work and other kebabs and shenanigans. I also forgot to mention, about this pipe. Everybody was actually flooding me with a bunch of questions about this pipe. Like, oh, how does it work? Does it tune well? Does it actually run better than the other pipes? Well, I'll be honest with you. I do like the way how it looks. It is loud, but I say it probably doesn't tune quite the best because since the way how the pipe is shaped whatsoever. I mean, it needs to be more like a smoother cone whatsoever, so that way the shock wave can actually flow through the exhaust system and making this engine perform even much better. But I think that this pipe is okay. I'm actually working out with this guy, that the one that he makes his makes these pipes. He's actually working on making more now like an actual cone shaped pipes that should perform well. Maybe something close to like those ERCM pipes or something like that. But yeah, in case everybody was wondering, these pipes are really good. Once again, I think it's okay, but maybe not at its best optimal performance. I mean, that's just my opinion. But anyway, speaking of Rick Rider pipes, I also do plan to order some ERCM pipes in the near future. So yeah. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this 12-minute blabbling video of what's been happening to me. I'm just doing okay and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to try to get some more RC footage running once again in the near future. Hopefully, maybe this weekend or maybe the following weekend. I just don't know how my time will go. Well, apparently this is not going because this wrestler is still on the works, and once again have one of those surprise bodies for y'all to see in the future. They are J concept bodies, but I am not going to tell you what is quite yet. Alright, everybody. Thank you for watching. See you next time.